Welcome in, everybody. This is your boy Double O for show. We are looking at the game Pacer, thanks to Rainmaker.gg for giving us a free key. So this game is actually made by Longtail Games, and from what's on their site, it says that immerse yourself in Pacer, classic and adrenaline-fueled anti-gravity racing game set in a vast interconnected universe. Personalize your spaceship and weapons, engage in a riveting campaign or single-player races, or even face off against your foes in a dynamic online multiplayer race with the expansive Pacerverse, which is, I think, a really good way to coin the universe. So from what I've seen so far, what I can tell you is that it is literally like an updated version of what was the game, F-Zero, back in Nintendo stages with Falcon. Remember Falcon Punch? I'm pretty sure I'll show a graphic or some shit like that. But then on top of that, it definitely gives elements of Mario Kart, because you get to choose the speed of your racer, and I'll show you guys in a second, as well as it gives you also like the mentality of Speed Racer, the anime, like the old school one where, you know, every car has its offensive and defensive type of point of view of what you can and can't do while racing. But let's get into the game. So just starting from the quick menu, you can see that there's quick play if you want to just jump on in. There's career mode. There's also online. You can check your garage as well as your records, settings and stuff like that if you want to change anything around. If you go to quick play, we'll see that you can choose your race settings. Now, this is where I tell you that straight up, this is going to be like Mario Kart, where you can choose the speed of your racer, or your, I guess in their sense, a pacer, or your pace car. I've been doing pretty well with 3,000, so maybe if you want to start out, I'd say start out at F1000. It's a little bit slower, that way you can get and understand the controls. You can go with 2,000, 3,000. We're just going to go because why not go for broke. You can do time trials, you can do speed laps, destruction, elimination, endurance, storm, and flowmentum. Which flowmentum, for what I understand, is that you have to keep a certain manner of racing to continue to boost, use certain aspects of the game as well as power-ups. For us, we're just going to go with racing against the CPU, and so we'll make sure to do all that. Now, the tracks themselves, if you look at it, it's pretty nice. So you have Midtown Traffic. These are going to be the first, I think, 2 or 3 you have available. You also have El Muro, which kind of reminds me of like the railroad game in Super Mario World, but then you have Niagara Falls as well. So if you look, you have Fire Fury, Atlas, Torres, Freeway, Manhattan, even though it sounds like Manhattan, Transitol, Saddlewald, Luma 5, Sunashara, Aguila, Ajura, Leica. I'm not even gonna say that. But you have different courses, and so we're just gonna go with Midtown and Traffic, even though they spelled it like traffic if you're bougie. But we'll go forward. You can choose your time of day and change defaults, all that. You can also choose races without any weaponry or defensive stuff. But we'll go in. So if you look at the ships, you have your Vixen, which it's interesting because if you play Star Citizen, you know that there's also race ships, and luckily for this, it's called pace cars or pacers. But there's the Saber, there's the Python, there's the Dragon, there's the Vauxhall. But if you look at the same time, you can see that at the bottom right, there's acceleration, top speed, handling, braking, anti-gravity, defense. So base form, you can see what you would like to use. But if there's a certain style of ship that you like, so say if I like the Vixen, we can go based on performance. So high speed, you can go with agility, defense, and it changes the stats, which is going to be great. So if you really do like a certain car or a certain way that it drives, you can also change it. On top of that, you can change your weapons from long range to defensive to disruptive to traffic control or track control or none. And maybe you'll just rather it be random or whatever. But depending on what you choose, you'll see that on the racetrack there are orange and purple icons. One is a defensive ability using your right bunker. One is a offensive ability used by your left bunker. Now, while you're racing, you can also do sharp turns and with either your left or your right by using the left or right trigger. And so it's an interesting driving experience. So we're gonna go with, first of all, I want to go with the Python, and I want to use some disruptive abilities. So we're going to play it and we're going to see what happens. I'll see you guys in a second. So I'm not going to talk very long, but as you'll see right there on the racetrack, you see orange and you see purple. Now, orange and purple are going to be your offensive and defensive abilities. Like I had stated earlier, purple being your defensive with the right bunker, your offensive with the left bunker. Sometimes it could be a Gatling gun. Sometimes it could be a, I guess you can call it a magnetic hole, where you can kind of propel yourself by using another car. Otherwise, you'll see different defenses as a shield, or upgrading your shield to make sure that you don't run out of shields. Because if you do run out of shields, you're pretty much dead. But you'll see different abilities based on it. It's kind of one of those things where you just continue to go and check it out as you go. Now, if you see those little light blue lines, those are speed boosts. Kind of like if you remember in Super Mario Kart, you'll see some blue lines, not blue lines, but you see some forward arrows that will give you a boost. On top of that, going through those gives you a little extra boost, because you do have a boost button, which if you're using an Xbox controller, it's going to be the B button. And so that's also going to increase your availability to actually boost on your own without those, because it will give you a boost if you do go through those. But if you don't, you do have a boost available to you, but it does deteriorate, and you do have to drive well in order to gain some more back, because it does increase over time. But let's get back into this race. I'm not going to talk very much. I'm just going to let you guys watch me drive, and I'm going to shut up. Peace.
Three, two, one, go.
And there you have it. We got first place. I really do hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have any questions, and hopefully I'll be able to answer them for you. By all means, definitely check out Pacer. If you're lucky enough, go to rainmaker.dg and see if you can get a free key. If not, I mean, you know, it might be on sale. I'm not sure when it releases, but hit me up in the comments. If you like the video, definitely give it a like. Please subscribe, and also leave a comment. Much love. See you guys later. Peace.